a little better. And I'm like, man, for all the drama that came with a publicist, a network, questions, don't ask this, follow up. I'm like, if I just turn on the microphone and said, I think Teresa's an animal today. I'm sorry, I have to tell you all this. It does as well. So that's my advice is like, look at the numbers and don't like pander because I think so many of these podcasts pander. Like they're just kissing up because you want to invite to BravoCon, you want to be backstage. At some point, I just said, I just don't fucking care.
Mhm.
Like, I
Uh-huh.
truly don't care. I have nothing against anyone. It's like, it's not that deep for me. But, when you are upset with me, I don't know what you want. Like, I chose my audience that it pays for my coffee and pays like, it's the audience that doesn't want me to say how great everything is when it's not.
I love
That's
that. That's
that is
really
really my best advice. Does that
That's
help?
really helpful because I've been thinking about it because I was on another podcast and they were asking about Heather Gay. And because she follows me and we've had a really good relationship, I was like, I don't want to be like really give my opinion. And I was worried. I like wanted to message her and be like, that was just an opinion. And I'm like, this is my opinion. She's not delivering. She lost the weight. She's too pretty. Like she got pretty and she doesn't really want to like deliver. So I'm like, that's my opinion. So I have to have that. Or even Bryn like saying that Roni is boring. I'm like, what if she gets mad at me? And I'm like, I can't live in that because I need to be authentic to my voice. And people are listening to me because they want me to be honest about my Bravo opinions. Like these are my opinions. Like, yelling like Tamra. Like I
It's true.
own it.
It's true. And like I did do a dance in the beginning, but somehow you just stopped doing it. And you're like, my audience has grown immensely since. And just like my whole thing is like, why does everyone else get their bag? Like Heather, who's in her fifth season now. So you're making like whatever, say $450,000. I mean, you hate Whitney and you hate Meredith, but yet you got over that. But yet
Yeah.
you're mad at me. I mean, like, it doesn't work that way. Like, I need to do what's best for me and right, it's nothing personal. Like I might say great things about Heather tomorrow, but today you're not doing it and you're skinny and you're pretty and this and that. So it's like, I think that's it. It's like, why? I don't know. It's almost like an inequity of existence. It's like, I get it. You're the housewife. I should look up to you, but I don't. Like, I don't have anything against you. And there's a lot of housewives I say great things about, but it's just like, this is my opinion. So, I mean, look, I've gotten blocked by many people. So
Me
it's
too.
not my goal, but
Right.
here we are. So yeah, I just somehow stopped caring.
Mm.
And
Well,
yes, it does. There are certain people that I mean, I wouldn't want to reach out to for an interview. I mean, I could be told to fuck off. I'm okay with that. But it's like, it just is what it is. So I think, like, on paper, someone could say, maybe you have less interviews now than you ever did, but like my show is bigger than ever. So it's just, that's not even like, it's a fact. Like the numbers don't lie. I think it's just because people know I don't do it. Like, I don't try to be controversial. I don't say like this one's an asshole, that one's an asshole. It's like this is my real opinion right now today. When I say Teresa is an animal, I feel Teresa Giudice has turned into a total animal. That's just my honest opinion. Nothing personal, but I'm not. I think some other podcasters try to be so like controversial, and I'm like, if it's not authentic, don't try. I don't know. I feel
right.
it's just like reality TV. I think the audience can tell when you're not authentic with what you're saying. You're either kissing up to a housewife or trying to be like over the top. I just think that's my best advice.
That's really good advice because I've noticed like the podcast that I listen to, it's either like they're trying to be controversial or they're trying so hard to be PC and sanitized, like you said, to go to BravoCon. And it's like I've already been twice. Like I can just pay for my ticket. Like I don't need Bravo to like sign off on me to go there. Like I know when I'm there,
Totally.
I know everyone. I have rapport. I can get my interviews. Like so, I think it's like that used to bother me where I'm like, okay, these accounts, like when I had my other podcast, like I'm like I know they're not doing the numbers I am, and Bravo's like really loving them and not giving me love.
Hmm.
And I was like, I don't care because I want to, if I think Andy Cohen is a bad reunion host, I want to be able to say it. I don't want them to like be controlling me, like, because I'm trying to get to BravoCon. Like, I want to be honest.
Yeah, and it's more like, okay, like, yes, look, I would gladly be the bartender on Watch What Happens Live tomorrow because that would be an audience. But the
Yes.
bottom line is like, if you want to strip all that away, that pays zero. And I mean, okay, I live in New York. half the time. Fine. I still have to get myself to here. So like this thing that you want pay zero, I'd be better off just to sit here and like record another episode that actually doesn't pay zero. So to me, it's like somewhere along the line, it's like I'm not trying to piss people off. I'm not trying to create enemies. I just don't care about any of that. Like, and I haven't for a long time. I'm just like, I care about the audience and like God, you listen to me 5 years in. I don't even know how, or, I mean, like I do know how, but like, I don't know how you're not sick of me by now, but like, thank God. So I feel like that is just, I feel like other people, most people do the other, honestly.
Mhm.
And they just want something, which like I can't hold my breath for 9 months and say Heather Gay is phenomenal with a dangling a carrot of like okay, this is the last thing I'll leave you with. This is how I've always say this. Like if I'm on I don't know if you watch Survivor, Big Brother, any of the competition shows. If I am on Survivor and you are my mortal enemy on the show and it's obvious, and you now pull me aside and like you are now tonight, you could go home and you're like whatever, or no, like whatever it is, like, but tonight is you're on the chopping block and you're like, listen, and you're my mortal enemy, don't vote me out, and next week I'll have your back. And so tonight I don't vote you out and I do just what you want because I believe you, even though I know you're my mortal enemy, and next week you turn around and fuck me over, I couldn't live with myself. But if I took a chance and I took a swing at you and nobody voted for you, and I'm the only one who voted for you because you're my mass enemy, and you stayed, I'd be like, I'm okay because you do not have my back. So next week when you vote me out and I still go home and the result is the exact same, I'm okay with taking a swing at you and you coming back at me next week and I go home, versus I could have taken a swing at you and gotten you out of here, but you convinced me not to. And I know you're fucking full of shit because you hate me. And then next week you fuck me over and go home. So I have been, you're in the industry. I've been promised Heather Gay this and Andy Cohen. We've all been promised if you edit this out, if you just do this for me, I'll do this for you. You can do it now before I do that. And then we can talk. So I don't say yes now. Now I'm like, okay, what are you going to do for me? And really, because I don't want to do this. So it's like, if you're saying to Heather, oh, we have her book tour and maybe she'll come on in 9 months and blah, blah, blah. It just hang in there. There's no hang in there. It's not going to happen. So that's just my advice is like, whatever you're promising me, if I just say something good about you, I don't want to hear it. You can come on today and then, yeah, sure, I can go softer on you for a while. Great.
But I don't want to play that game. And I fell into that actually,
Right.
ironically, with Heather Gay, because before I talked to Monica with All About the Tea, I was a little bit talking to Heather about a potential podcast thing. And she was like really into it and all about it. And the actor Lucas Cage, who loves Bravo, like I'm friends with him, he was going to come on. So it was going to be like, two gays, like, because Heather and me, and then him, and like, he's also came out now. So anyway, long story short, he couldn't do it. And then it was going to be me and Heather. And it was a long back and forth. And then it just never materialized into anything. And so I'm not saying that she wasted my time, but I'm also saying she kind of wasted my time because there was a lot of back and forth. And I was like, that's when I realized, like, even if it's a good idea, people are just going to sometimes waste your time. They're going to go back and forth. So it's better just to do it, because I could have just banked a bunch of episodes instead of waiting around for her to get back to me. So it's like you get to a place where you just have to kind of let it be.
Yes. And I also advise, I think it's the best thing that happened. I don't think doing a podcast with a housewife is the right move. I really don't. I could see why someone would think it is. They're famous or they have a bigger following or whatever, but it's not the better move because it will never be about you. It will be about them. And because they are drama filled, something will happen and they will expect you to like bow to them and they'll feel that everyone's there just because of them. And so
Yes.
it's like there's not really a work experience there. Like it all sounds great to have, oh, I'm Heather Gay's my co-host.
Yeah.
Until it's like, no, honey, we put out an episode every week. Like we have to do this every week. So I don't know where you are. Oh,
Yeah.
you have Watch What Happens Tomorrow, but like we have an audience that needs a new episode. So anyone that's like there just doesn't get it. They will start missing it. And also, I mean, not for nothing, a lot of these housewives, lovely, great. A lot of them are flaky when it
Yeah.
comes to actual business. So you try to get in bed and you're like, this is a fucking nightmare. Like, this isn't how it works. Like, I'm not doing all the work here. I mean, I do all the work here behind the velvet rope because it's my show. But like now we're doing this and you're like, you're actually riding on my coattails because you haven't done anything. So I
Exactly.
actually think doing, I mean, look at all the housewife podcasts that fail
Yes.
or
Yes.
ex-housewife podcasts. So I think it's actually the best thing that you're not getting into bed with a housewife.
Thank God. Okay, I think I dodged a bullet then. I feel good about that.
This is my honest advice to you. I hope it helps.
It did. It really did. You're the best. Ugh.
Well, and hey, and everyone that's going to listen to your podcast, the Vault podcast, I will be on it in some episode. I have to figure out when this is coming out, but I will be on it too. So if anyone wants to just start with that episode, there you go. That's a reason to go listen, right?
Oh my God. Thank you. You saying that means a lot to me.
It's true. You're gonna first have, we'll have to come back on here because
Okay.
this is like, we can just the dirt. You'll come back.
I would love to.
I
I would
like regular people and I'll come on yours anytime you want.
please, please. I love people like you that are honest and have like, and also respect reality TV. Like this idea that it's like lowbrow is out the door. Like I said, like reality TV in some ways saved my life. Like, so I just love it. And I want to have strong opinions. And I like being around you that you have strong opinions. And it doesn't mean like we can't change that opinion. Like my opinion of
Completely.
changes sometimes. So, and that's
People
perfect.
don't realize, like, I mean, yeah, I change from season to season. And I mean, isn't that called like life? Like, that's just how it should be. And
Totally.
yeah, and I'm really not, I mean, listen, I don't give a shit what people say about me. I'm real, like, I'm not thirsty. I don't want anything from anyone. Yes, again, if someone wants to say, I saw you on YouTube and I would like to offer you a TV show available, call me. Like, I get how it's not like I'm open to many opportunities.
Yes.
I'm not above any of it, but I'm just saying, like, I don't believe in the like, oh, like I need to be seen at BravoCon with Meredith. And I'm just like really not into that. Like it really, I could say I was, and this job has changed me. It's doing this job every single day, just besides being completely fucking busy. It's just like you speak to like the biggest celebrities and the nicest people, and then you get an attitude from some housewife, and you're just like, I
Oh,
just don't like I don't care. I don't this seems like I know most people would want this. I truly don't. And it's like because this is now exhausting and like this would be a normal interaction with another person for 20 minutes. This is now turned into 6 hours and I'm like losing money. I have to go record. Like the day is like I'm just sitting here waiting for you. So like I'm really not thirsty. I really don't want anything from anyone. I just want to work and do my damn job. Like leave me alone, people. But
leave David
but
alone.
again, no attitude. Call me for a TV show. Call me for an
Yeah.
opportunity. I listen to everything. Like it's no attitude. Like do not misconstrue that. I would say yes to a reality show right now because we all know what that could lead to. That's it. It's not like I want to be famous. It's just more like, okay.